Hello students, welcome to class again. Today I'm going to do the part 2 of the chapter Two Stories About Flying. The story, goes like this. The pilot who flew from France to England, as he was flying from France to England, he saw that the night sky was quite clear and the moon was rising behind him as he was flying to the west. And the stars were twinkling in the sky, and this is a hint or that it was a good weather. So he was very happy flying, looking at the beautiful lights and the city that was lit up with lights. And as he was crossing Paris, he informed through the radio that to the control room that he was crossing Paris. After some flying, suddenly he saw some approaching clouds. He First thing he should have done is that fly back again to Paris and land up there and cancel his flight. But he was so homesick and eager to meet his family that he decided to take the risk. So he kept flying. After some flying and after informing in the control room and following some distance, suddenly black clouds engulfed him. It was so black and it was so difficult that he could not find his way. Even the compass that directed him, it stopped working. Even the other instruments became, they became dead. And so he tried to, in a panic, he tried to call on the radio for help, but then nothing or nobody answered him back. And suddenly, out of nowhere, a black aeroplane appeared beside him, and the pilot over there smiled at him, waving and telling him, "Follow me." And so, a pilot who thought that he has come to help because he thought that he was lost in the black clouds, and he started following the man in the black aeroplane. After flying some distance, the pilot in the aeroplane, and I did not mention the name of the aeroplane. It's a type of aeroplane called Dakota. So this man was flying to England. He was flying in a Dakota. It's a type of aeroplane. He thought that it would be really very difficult as he was running out of fuel, and he was using his second tank, and there would be another 5 minutes only he can continue, 5 or 10 minutes. But after that, the black aeroplane, moved down, and as he moved down, he too followed like an obedient child, and he wanted to get out of these engulfing black clouds that was, that were really eating up and blinding his way. So as he followed down, suddenly he saw lights, and it was a runway. And the runway, he was so excited and happy to see it. He suddenly looked back at the man in the black aeroplane, and the aeroplane was nowhere there. It was gone. It was really very shocking for him, but he landed and he went to the control room, and there he talked to the lady in the reception and narrated the story about this aeroplane. The lady looked at him very strangely, with a strange look, and telling that, "I'm sorry, sir, your aeroplane was only the one that I saw in the weather, and there was no other aeroplane today, tonight flying because of the storm." He was very surprised, and then he started thinking, what was it? And certain questions you might be, we might be thinking, what was that black aeroplane, and who was that pilot, and how did it appear out of the blue, in the midst of the black clouds? Here we can think about certain, analyze the story and think in our own way. For me, I felt that this is teleportation. Teleportation is a way when you miraculously is saved in an accident and you escape it, and you are saved. You must have experience. I have experienced personally teleportation when I was traveling from Dibrugarh to Sibsagar, and there was a truck that was coming from the front, and as we were going in top speed, and the driver and the truck were almost. I closed my eyes. I know I was dead, but then my car shook past the truck just like that. I don't know how it happened, and I just closed my eyes, and I thank God I did not speak about it. So I experienced about these in my own. It is true story, and you must have. So you find out what is these mysterious aeroplane, and why the author abruptly ended the story, not giving us any idea about it. It's because we need to analyze the story. So that's all for the story. So meet you in the next class.